I'm here to share with you the story of the pink gorilla. I heard the story when I was about 8, and it has stuck with me my entire life. There was a salesman driving along in a strange part of the country. And a storm was raging. And as the rain fell around him, the road became a blur. And then his engine just cut out. He rolled to the side of the road, got out. It was dark. He couldn't see anything. In just a few seconds, he was soaked completely through. He went back inside his car. Not knowing what to do. This was before the time of cell phones. He sat in his car, and as the lightning flashed, he noticed the shape of a house not far away. He saw a little candlelight in an upper room. Surely someone was home. He made his way from the road to the driveway, up the driveway to the front door. The paint had all peeled off many years ago. The house looked like it would have been abandoned. But he knew someone was there. So he knocked. No response. He knocked harder. He saw the light in the upper room start to move from window to window across the large house. And then it slowly grew on the main floor as the candle he saw moved down the stairs into the front door. And as the door creaked open, a haggard old voice said, "Go away! Go away!" And he said, "But, sir, I'm sorry, but it's raining and I can't see the roads and the car stopped working. I'm afraid that the car might be washed away. Could I please stay in the house tonight?" The old voice said, "On one condition." And he said, "Anything. What's your condition?" "That you won't touch the pink gorilla." And the man thought to himself, "Okay." Sure, of course not. I promise I won't touch the pink gorilla. And the old man opened the door. And led him down the hall to the stairs and up the stairs. It creaked as he walked. They got to the second floor and walked down the hall. The old man said, "You'll sleep here." He said, "Thank you. But remember your promise." He says, "Of course." And he went into the room, laid on the bed as the lightning flashed out the window. His mind started to wander. A crazy old man talking about a pink gorilla. He thought, wait a minute. Couldn't hurt. I'll ask if I could at least see the pink gorilla. So he got out of bed and walked down the hall to the next room, knocked on the door, and the old man responded, "What do you want now?" "Well, sir, it was kind of you to let me spend the night. But, I've never seen a pink gorilla before. I promise I wouldn't touch it. But could I see the pink gorilla?" That would be some sight. I've never seen a pink gorilla before. The old man grumbled. Okay, but don't touch it. The old man came to the door. And they walked down the hall, down the stairs, to the main floor, and down that hall. And came to another door. Opened that door. And walked down the stairs. Came to another door. Opened that door. And down the stairs. Came to a third door. Opened that door. Finally, cement steps. We must be in the basement by now. They walked down the cement steps, came to a large steel door. They both grabbed a hold and pulled on the door, and it swung open, revealing a room with a curtain. And he could now smell a smell he could not imagine. It just stunk. But the sounds coming from behind the curtain, grunting and breathing heavy, long, slow breaths as the old man walked closer to the curtain. He said, "Remember your promise." And he slid the curtain aside, revealing a 12-foot tall, hairy, pink gorilla that just grunted, slowly looking up at him. As soon as their eyes met, the old man quickly closed the curtain, and they both hurriedly walked out to the room, closing the big steel door. Then they came to the stairs, and they walked up the stairs. They got to the first door, went through the door, closed the door, and walked up the wooden stairs to the second door, opened the door, went through and up the stairs, and then came to the third door. Went through that door and up the stairs, and then the door to the main floor, and down the hall. Up the stairs to the second floor, down the hall. And the man stopped at his bedroom and said, "There, you've seen it. Now go to sleep. You can go in the morning." They went out. He went into his room, The old man went to his room, shut the door. The man's heart was pounding with excitement. He had never seen such a creature before. And he wondered, what would happen if you did touch the pink gorilla? After all, behind the curtain, it was chained to the wall. What could it do? As the time passed, he heard the deep snoring of the old man in the next room. And he wondered, and he started to gain some courage. He got up out of bed. He walked down the hall. He stopped and waited at the top of the stairs. He started down the stairs to the main floor. Down the stairs to the main floor. He reached the hall and walked down the hall to the door to the basement. Went through the door and down the stairs. Went through the door and down the next flight of stairs. Went through the door and down the cement stairs. He went across the room, came to the large steel door. He grabbed it and pulled it as it slowly swung open. He could hear the quiet grunting of the gorilla and the slight rattle of the chains as the gorilla shifted its arms or legs. He went up to the curtain, grabbed a hold of the curtain. Sweat was pouring down his forehead. He slowly slid the curtain aside. The gorilla was sleeping. He walked closer and the smell started to to become overpowering. He couldn't hardly breathe. He went and he reached out and he touched the arm, jolted back. The gorilla stirred, his eyes opened and focused in on the man. He let out a snort. The man turned, ran, grabbed the curtain, shut the curtain, ran, grabbed the steel door, swung it closed, ran across the room, ran up the cement stairs, coming to the first door. He swung it open, closing it behind him. He didn't want any door left open. He ran up the stairs, closing the next door, ran up the stairs, closing the next door, up the stairs, closing the door, ran down the hall, came to the main stairs, ran up the stairs to the second floor. He could hardly breathe. His heart was pounding so hard. He ran, he stumbled, he ran up the stairs. He made it up to the second floor, down the hall, into his room, closed the door, jumped in his bed. He tried to catch his breath, but then he heard the chains. The chains. It sounded like they had been ripped out of the wall. And then a great ripping sound. That must be the curtain. And then the creaking of the big steel door as it slammed open, banging against the wall. Then the heavy steps echoing through the house as the steps pounded against the cement floor. And then the door, the wooden door. No, the gorilla was at the first door as it creaked and cracked, and the stairs creaked and cracked as the gorilla walked up the stairs. The second wooden door. No. Up the stairs again. And then to the third wooden door on the stairs. On the stairs again. Oh no, he's at the door to the main floor as the gorilla presses his way through the doorway and lumbers down the hall. And then the creaking of the main staircase as the massive gorilla. Oh no, he's coming upstairs. I hoped he had just gone outside. But no, he was coming up the stairs. At this, the man climbed out of the bed and under the bed. As he heard the gorilla coming down the hall, the door to his room flew open, smashing against the dresser, falling off its hinges. The smell of the gorilla filled the room. As he saw the big, hairy feet walking closer to the bed, stopping at the bed. Maybe he won't find me. Then the bed rose up and away, flying across the room and out the window with a great crash, and falling to the ground below. The gorilla, his eyes gazing down at the man, reaching down, down, down. You're it! The gorilla ran down, away. The gorilla thought the man was playing tag. As the gorilla made his way back down to his room, he realized that the hall was damaged, the stairs were damaged. The old man only wanted to repair to the house. The gorilla just wanted to play tag. And of course, this story is a good story to end with after a night of ghost stories, to break the tension of any young people that may be afraid. So, enjoy. Enjoy, happy atheist. Good night.